Hi, welcome to the Sew Along 2018. We're making a very delicious quilt with a New Zealand flavour using some wonderful fabrics by Newtex that have got a lot of New Zealand designs on them. So the quilt that we're making, we're pretty much all familiar with it I think by now, is this quilt that's featured on the board here. And the block we're making today, this is going to be block 22 out of 25, so we're getting through these blocks. So this is the block for today, so we make 2 of each block. And if you've already purchased the pattern, you'll have the download already, which will show you that we're doing 2, and it will tell you how to cut it, etc, etc. So what we're doing today is nothing particularly new. We've done these sort of techniques before. So we're going to start off making the outside corner squares, and they have what appears to be a strip and a little triangle. So we've done these before. We start off making a half square triangles. As we do with the colours, we trim off one side, press that open, and then we're going to place another square on top and stitch that one. And then we're going to trim that in a minute, and we're going to press that across so that we end up with a little square with apparently a strip and a triangle in it. So it's kind of like a double half square triangle. So these are fun to do. We've done them before, but I just thought I'd show you quickly. So I've done some of my preparation already because I didn't think you needed me to show you every single detail when I know that you know how to do it. So I'm just going to trim this off, and I'm going to press that seam over. So these are a nice little star type block. I'm getting pretty excited because we're getting so close to the end. So I've got my 4 corners all made there. So we can go ahead and start on the next bit. So the next part I wanted to make was the little center square here, which is just a square again with 4 corners on it. And we've done this before, so I've gone ahead and started. So we put 2 squares on, like I've got here, on opposite sides of the square, on opposite corners. And then we're going to trim them and press them over. So I've already done the first 2, that was those 2, and now these are the next 2, again opposite sides, trim and press. So we'll go ahead and do that because we've done all these little techniques before, but I thought if I just quickly showed you, reminds you what we've done. And I'm just going to press that. So I'm pressing the seams out towards the triangle usually. And so that's my center square, and we've got our 4 corner squares. And now we've got the little squares in between here. So this is a square here with 2 corners on it. So we've just put 4 corners on the center. We had 1 corner on the outside ones, and now we've just got to do 2. So again, we've done all this before. So I've already prepared mine here. They've got the 2 corners on, and we've done that by putting on 1 at a time and then trimming them and pressing them open, and then coming back and putting the second one on so that it overlaps there. And again, I've just got to trim that and press that, and then I'll have my 4 pieces made for that. So this block is starting to look pretty good. I'm loving these fabrics. It's so nice to work with. So I'm just going to press that. So now I can lay my block out. So that was my center square with the 4 triangles around the center. Then I've got these 4 corner ones. And then we've got these on the sides, which give us a nice little red star around the center. It's kind of fun. And so we're back to our basic 9 patch type of shape now, and now I've got to join my rows of 3 and join my 3 rows together, and then we'll have a block. So I think you know how to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back. So I finished stitching the block together, so I'm really pleased with the way it's come out. All my little points are looking pretty good. So when I did 3 rows of 3 blocks, and then I pressed the seams so that these center ones came out here, and then and these ones went in, so that when we join the seams together, they're just nestling together nicely. And then when I've done the final 2 rows of stitching of the 3 little squares, I've pressed them into the center. There are some tight little places because we've got so many seams meeting with all these points that it just needed a little bit of encouragement to press nice and flat, but it's come up really nicely by pressing those in, because what happens when you have triangles and things meeting, those sort of angled seams, they tend to create a little bit of bulk and a little bit of resistance. So just encourage them gently, and that's a nice little block. So we've done both our blocks now. So that's block 22 finished. There's only 3 more blocks to go. So it's getting so pretty exciting to see all these coming together. So that'll be it for block 22, and we'll see you again for block 23. Thank you.